Alright guys, so I made a video last week on the Anthem Cataclysm when it first released, and there's a timer on this Cataclysm, and so the store, along with the Cataclysm itself, updates. We didn't really know what this was going to be, if just the boosters were going to reset, or anything like that, but that's what we're going to cover today, what the actual refresh of the Cataclysm every week means. Put a card to my review of the first week, I guess that's what we want to call it, of the Cataclysm up there in the corner. Also, first video, the views were great, but the like to dislike ratio was pretty low. If you didn't like that one, you're definitely not gonna like this one. So let's just get straight into it. So this is your seasonal weekly store. You have the regular weekly store and then the seasonal one. This is for the Cataclysm. And honestly, this skin right here for the Storm, that's pretty cool. But everything in here is just like the stuff from last week. It all sucks other than the two Masterwork things that you can buy with. It's pretty cheap actually for Masterwork stuff, but it's just a random thing. That's alright, but all the decals and all of the visual stuff is pretty trash in my opinion. So straight into the actual Cataclysm and what's new. I didn't see these week 1, but if these captains were in there week 1, like I said, I never had them, and I've played the Cataclysm I think 7 times now. 5 times on the last week version, twice this week. And I got captains both times on this week, and so basically these captains spawn. For me, it was on 2 of the areas, and you know, they're not that big of a problem. Obviously it's to make it a little bit longer and to make it a little bit harder, but it doesn't bother me as much as another thing we're going to talk about. And so what the big thing that they did was they added a 4th section. So before you had the 3 mini areas, this first one, the one with the echoes, and then the one with the shield walls, and then you fight the boss. Well, now they added a 4th section, a 4th area, and if they keep adding these areas every week, you know, after, you know, 3-4 weeks, this Cataclysm will be pretty big, right? But I don't think they're going to keep adding them for that long. Let's just talk about the 4th one that they added this week. So there's 2 sides to this I want to talk about, okay? So the first one is, it's really cool that they actually added new content this quickly. In my opinion, you know, they have the entire Cataclysm done. All of the sections are done, and they're just adding them weekly so you keep playing. That's not important, right? They added 1 section, you know, it's a substantial section, but the problem with this section, right, is if you break it down by gameplay, right? So all of the other 3 sections, the first one, you hit the spires and they go down, and then the enemies are dead. They all die automatically. The second section, you just get the echoes, you put them where they need to go, and then all the enemies are dead. That's it. Third section, there are practically no enemies in the 3rd section at all anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But this 4th section, what they do is you have to fight these, I think, 5 or 6 turrets. You destroy all these turrets. Then, once you destroy them all, you have to fight waves of Dominion enemies. And none of the other, you know, events make you do this. Make you just sit here and fight enemies and waste time. And I think it's to make the Cataclysm longer. I think that's why they're doing this, because they realize that this is super short with just the 3, and even with the 4th, with just the turrets, it was still too short. So they added just this wave defense thing, which lasts for a couple of minutes at least, where you just fight Dominion soldiers, and you literally, there's nothing you can do to speed it up. You can't, you know, do objectives and fly through it. You just have to fight the enemies until you've defeated them all, and then you have to hack these computers, and then you can destroy the crystal and move on. So this section alone added a good 8 minutes to my run-through of the Cataclysm, but if you didn't have this Dominion fight, it maybe add 2 or 3 minutes. So I think this and the captains are kind of their attempt to lengthen it, so people stop complaining that it's so short and it took them so long to make it. And then there are 2 more things I want to address, not pertaining to this specific event, but it's the amount of just absolute loot you get from doing this. Now, like I said, if you watched my video from last week, I broke down like all of the setup missions, what I call them, like the first 3 pre-missions to the Cataclysm, how they didn't really give you great loot. And so, but the Cataclysm, right? Now, I was playing on like a level 600 Ranger the last time, right? So I decided to do it as my Storm. My Storm was like a level 200, 300, low, weak, couldn't even do it on hard, probably. But I struggled through it on the hard difficulty, right? And literally, I got up to like almost 700 just from doing this twice. So if you're low level in this game, like if you literally just bought this game and you have friends, or you want to try to tough it out, just do the Cataclysm. And, you know, you're going to die a lot as a low level, but you can just get the loot from it, and you can be at least Grandmaster 1 level, just flying through it. So I wanted to address that, so it's a really good way to get loot, actually. Not if you're actually, like, high levels. Like, if you're Grandmaster 1, Grandmaster 2, you're really going to be getting maybe 2, maybe if you're lucky 3 things you want. And then if you factor in the seasonal store, where you can just cash in your crystals to get more masterwork items, then that really amps up the number of items you're getting. Okay, now this last part is just something that I feel the need to make. Okay, so I didn't make a walkthrough, like, screen by screen on purpose, because I figured it was easy enough for people to figure out what you needed to do. Yes, the second section requires first grader level stand on the button intelligence, but some people don't seem to comprehend that. So I'm just going to break this down for people who don't know how to do it really quickly. You stand on the buttons, then somebody else grabs the echo. Once you have 4 echoes, you bring them down into the water to open this bubble to get the 5th echo. Okay? Then you take the ones from inside first. Outside. Then you take the ones outside of this cave. Because if you take the ones outside the cave first, you lock the people inside. Now, for those of you who've been playing this for the past week, you're like, why is he explaining this? What's the point? I know how this works. Well, some people just don't. I've had so many people rage quit on the second one where I'm the only person left. I've had people lock me in here, take the echoes away when I'm trying to do this underwater section. I would say at least 5 of the times I've done this, I've not finished the Cataclysm. I haven't been able to get to the end in time, because people just get stuck here, don't know what to do, or they get in the way. There are some competent people, but some people just don't understand. So I made this part just to make it clear of what you're supposed to do. Alright, it's out there. There's plenty of tutorial videos. If you don't know what to do, can't figure it out, just watch them. Alright, don't drag everybody else down. But that's all I have to say for this one. We will do another small update if the update next week, if they refresh it next week, and it's at least something new like this, then we'll do something. If not, then I might just make fun of the store some more. Who knows with Anthem? It's an EA game. But hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like and subscribe, get the bell on, follow me on Twitter, Twitch, all the good old stuff, and I'll see ya.